The idea of the collaboration, that is a very tricky question because I'm sure you'll get many answers for that question. But since I came here to Fresno State, my main goal is to develop the orchestra program and to create the #1 department at least in California, if not one of the leading in the country. And in order to create that, you need to give the students many different ideas and many different experiences and many different repertoire and different pieces. And one of the exciting things, or to try and create excitement, is a very big question. How do you create excitement? And for me, creating excitement is bringing a group to the highest professional level possible, even beyond what the students think they can do. And also give a very wide variation and variety of pieces that they will play, as well as professional experiences that they will hopefully encounter throughout their professional career. It's by coincidence that Professor Balint, the dance professor, is just across the hall from my office, and we keep banging into each other, and we kept saying, we should do something together. Yeah, we should do something together. Okay, let's do something together, you know. And 2 years down the road, we were like, okay, this is what I would like to do. And I said, okay, this is what I would like to do. And they were like, how about we create, you know, West Side Story? And how about we create Swan Lake? And by combining all these ideas, we came up eventually with a presentation that we thought would work best from literature, from the dance, from the choreography, lengths of concert. And as you might know, this is the first time that they've done the project in this way, in this magnitude, with this orchestra, which hasn't existed for over 30 years. And again, since it was a first here at Fresno State, we didn't know what to expect on some levels. Us bringing our professionalism from our backgrounds into the rehearsal, already we anticipated problems that we solved before they actually happened. And I must say that I thought that everything went extremely smooth. That, you know, all these catastrophes that we anticipated actually never happened because we were expecting them, because we were acting professional. And I think the most important part was that everyone involved in the show, without exception, was extremely courteous, extremely flexible. And everyone wanted this to succeed, and I think that was the secret. But we basically had 3 weeks, which is 6 rehearsals only, which is a very short amount of time for the orchestra to prepare everything before we had our first rehearsal in the hall. And then we had 2 regular rehearsals with the dancers, and then we had 2 dress rehearsals, and then 4 shows. So actually, this was done in the most professional way possible with a very short amount of rehearsal, very intense, very productive. But I think from the success point of view, from the excitement, from the beautiful collaboration that in a way brought the 2 departments together and created new friendships and new ideas that maybe people didn't think about before, people didn't think was easily doable. I think that one of the great things about this collaboration, at least from our point of view, was the ease and the kindness and the fun of working together and creating such a thing. And for me, I remember the first rehearsal where the orchestra finally fit on stage and the dancers were looking. And I remember within the first 10 minutes of the rehearsal, getting that buzz, getting that energy on stage, when the first dancers walked and started dancing and the orchestra created the first sounds of Swan Lake. And suddenly I was standing on stage realizing that nothing mattered. For this 3 hours that we were rehearsing, nothing matters. It doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter what gender you are. It doesn't matter where you're from and how old you are and whether you're a student or a graduate student or one of the faculty or the staff. Nothing mattered. It was suddenly all about the art. It was all about the moment. It was all about the creation of something that took away all these things that we are so occupied with in life every single day, and suddenly to just be on some cloud where you're creating art, and it's all about the moment, it's all about working together, it's all about bringing all these people together and drawing the audience into it. I know that several of our colleagues came to see the first time because they knew it's going to be special and it's going to determine whether it's ever going to happen again or not, and everyone felt that energy, and everyone felt that unity happening between all these people that, you know, had we not done this project, we would not have been working together. I think that that is the moment that created the whole thing, that made it worth. I think the students enjoyed the most from the orchestra point of view was first of all the literature. They've been asking me to play West Side Story for a long time, and I know even my colleague Matt Darling, who is the percussion professor here, he was so excited that his students get to play it. It requires a huge battery of instruments and 6 players. Usually in a symphony orchestra you have 1 or 2 players, and suddenly you have 6 percussionists, and they were very, very active throughout the entire, both in Swan Lake and in West Side Story. So that was a very exciting. So the literature was definitely the leading part. Swan Lake, everybody knows and everybody loves playing, it's in the fingers, and West Side Story is just one of the most exciting pieces, so they really enjoyed that. But the magnitude of what we did, a full production, a full concert with the orchestra and the dancers, Aspiring dancers, never happened before, and this was a first, and it was just such an exciting moment for it to happen, and again, I mean, the audience's response to that was just phenomenal, and people have asked when are you doing it again, so I look forward to the next time.
Yeah.